Hole 1, 294 feet, really close to some OB rocks, but as long as you're in the grass, you're safe. So I throw a hyzer, land about here, gives me a nice look for the putt, which we cash, starting out with a birdie. So today I'm in Maricopa, Arizona, playing the Homestead disc golf course. Here we've got a 318-foot par 3, and unfortunately I just sky my forehand a little bit, gets caught up in the wind, and it goes OB into this guy's pool. So I gotta throw a chip shot right over here to get up to the basket. And so, unfortunately, I'm thinking, man, I'm never going to see that disc again. And then to add insult to injury, now I take a bogey. So we're back to even. So hole 3, 312 feet, just trying to juice something down there over the OB. Drags a little bit back in, but I've got a longer putt and doink it. So, unfortunate little par there. Hole 4, 303 feet, really close to some OB. It's under these trees. It's really hard to see. Accidentally messed up the exposure. But I was really glad because it landed OB and then rolled out of it. So, another birdie. 305 feet up here on top. It's in the rocks, the basket, so thus it's not OB. You can't see it very well, but I tried to throw a hyzer. The wind flipped it up a little bit and get left here with about something around 40 feet. And just can't make it, working on these longer putts. Hole 6, 372 feet. You can see the basket. There's OB, which I managed to find, and yeah, just a little bit unfortunate. So taking my relief here off the OB, still with about 40 some foot putt. Definitely outside the circle, but I just wasn't feeling confident about jumpers. Haven't really worked on those. And yeah, just messing it up again. It's a little bit of back and forth round, so 326 foot throwing. There's always seems to be a bit of OB around here, but I was just a little bit scared, didn't go for it fully, and doinked the cage once again, but thankfully landed safe. Now we've got a 379 foot par 3. Once again, if you're going long, there's OB. And so, yeah, just cranking something down there. I know it's hard to see, but it gives me a decent look, a little bit on the hill, a little bit long, and in fashion have you seen today, just doinking it. Just really upset with that, and just, yeah, starting to get pretty frustrated. So now we've got a 330 foot par 3 once again. There's some OB, but it's not super in play. And I just don't throw the right shot. Wrong disc, just pin high, just not enough fade. And this time, instead of doinking it off the cage, I doink it off the top. And you can see me getting even more frustrated. Frustrated enough that I'm kicking all these here leaves. They were covering the tee pad, but yeah, I was just a little bit frustrated just with this whole round in general and putting not feeling great. It's like 100 degrees. But this hole 10 is 309 foot par 3. It's behind all these trees. Try to go with the forehand again, and it's the exact same problem. The wind catches the underside of the disc, and it just blows it straight OB into these trees. So I take my relief. Now I've got a low ceiling. I'm trying to do like a little flick floater to give it a run at the basket. I've never really done too many of these, but it doesn't end up too bad. I was just a little bit low. But it leaves us with a tap in from there, unfortunately taking a bogey. I'm just real frustrated. So now we've got 278 foot heading back. I just throw a harp just kind of straight at it a little bit and just hoping that the fade will bring it a little bit close to the basket. We get pretty close, and I make the first putt that I feel good about for the whole day. I'm just trying to settle myself down for this hole, which is 180 foot par 3. And I was worried about the OB, as you can see, that's right there. And so I was like, okay, we don't want to land in it, don't want to land in the tree, but I really just juiced it way too far. And so I was cool with that little run slash layup. So now we've got a par 4, 440 feet. It's out there in the rock, so it's not OB. I just try to get something to go far, not necessarily as accurate, just trying to get up there. And this left me about 100 feet. So I tried giving it a little bit of a run, and I was just a little bit short. But it gives us a nice little birdie. Now 299 feet, throwing over there, just trying to juice something to get down there with a putter, and yeah, just kind of land sort of nearby, but not super. So long look, just a bit short. You always make the second one, don't you? So now we've got a 330 foot par 3. You can see it over here on the other edge of the tree. Trying to line up something like a spike hyzer-ish because I'm not super scared about that OB. But I didn't give it enough integrity of the angle to get down, and so just landed OB, skipped right in. Now I've got this really long, awkward footing putt. Tried to save my par, missed long, then was spooked as all get out because you can see it here now roll into this OB sidewalk and then thankfully roll back out. So I was really spooked about that, but you know, we take a bogey on this lackluster round and we move on to the next one. So all of this rock area here is out of bounds. The basket's out there and that little bit of patch of grass. So I try to throw something spike hyzer or just commit more to that angle than before. You can't really see it. I had an issue with the exposure on the camera. That's getting solved. Bought some stuff, fix it, but we managed to drain that birdie putt, which on a hole like this, I feel really good about. Now we head over to this hole. It's 259 feet. This guy was watching me, and the pressure got to me. Threw it too high. It needed to be lower. He's still watching me, and I'm like, oh man, now I gotta make this great upshot. We'll leave it a little bit short. And so I'm like, oh dang, now the pressure's on for the putt. Just throw it two nose down, on line, but too low. So final hole, 276. It's our only opportunity to get under par. Just juicing my harp, really hoping that the fade brings it back, which it does, but not necessarily in the comfort that I'm hoping for. But make the second putt
There
that
we
I feel great
go.
about.
Oh, at least we made the last one. Yeah, that's the course. Honestly, I think it's a lot of fun. A little bit of repetition in the open shots, but I just need practice and being able to throw like a consistent hyzer. So if I had the time, I'd totally play it again. If I lived here, that would be awesome. So if you're in the area and you want some practice at 300-foot upshots, maybe give this course a try. That's the T Less Traveled. We'll see you again next time.